één fade van black naar... Ja.
Good evening, boys and girls, and everything, everything in between. It's been a while since I was online. The last time was in January, and that was after the huge explosion of the market, especially at DCIP. We grew in a period of 2 weeks or something, from 2 million to 88 million. Yeah, it was wow. We were amazed, especially by our community team, our community marketing team. So shout out to everyone from our community marketing team. You did an amazing job pushing the word out for DCIP. So again, I already thanked you a lot, but again, thank you for your effort and thank you for volunteering for DCIP, because everyone here in this team is volunteering. It's a community-run project. This means that we don't get paid. I also don't get paid for this, so it's also my spare time. So guys, yeah, thank you all, and yeah, here we are in the new year. It's the second AMA in the new year already, and yeah, also the anniversary of DCIP. It's 1 year in existence already, and we're not planning to to stop anywhere soon. So up to the next year. Um, yeah, where shall I start? So, like most of you know, we had a really weird year. We had an amazing bull run, and then the bull cycle of DCIP began in October November, which is also really great. And obviously, if something goes, like you say, goes to the moon, it might come down. And we are now at the point that we are really consolidated. Our core holders from the private sale, pre-sale, and other core holders since the beginning that have bought at the market price are still holding. That gives me a lot of confidence as the founder of the project. Um, yeah, and also thank you for your patience. We are building great things, and building great things takes a lot of time. It's not that we make a useless token and we bring out some NFTs and that's it and end of the development. No, we are building things that haven't been built yet. It takes a lot of time, takes a lot of research, and that's what we are doing right now. The bear market gives us an excellent opportunity to continue building while not looking at the market. That's what we always did at DCIP. We continue to build, whether the market conditions are good or bad, or it's a dead cat bounce or a bull run or a bull cycle, doesn't really matter. The pricing of the current market and the assets doesn't really affect our development. Of course, with more trading, we can we have more taxation that we can use for listings on centralized exchanges, marketing partnerships, other things development wise that we can invest in other strategic partnerships. These things are, with the current market situation, on a pause. That means that obviously we're not going to do any marketing right now. We have a limited budget. It's around 60 BNB left in the marketing wallet, and spending that money doesn't make any sense right now, because ask your friends, ask your family members, ask everyone you know, ask them if they are going to buy Bitcoin or any other big cryptocurrency right now, and they're going to say no. But ask them again when Bitcoin is in a full bull cycle and is going to 60k, 70k, 80k. Maybe we will see the 100k this year or next year. And then they will buy. People tend to buy only in the uptrend, and that's when the marketing is most effective. Um, so the current marketing strategy is paused until the next bull run, and that's it. The development will continue. The Warden was already released and can be put at use. Unfortunately, we haven't seen any good proposals yet to utilize the Warden. So that's what I want to emphasize. If you make a proposal, doesn't matter if it's about a new investment or an existing investment, we have the framework to mitigate any risks right now live. We can implement stop losses. We can implement take profits. We can even implement trailing take profits. So yeah, that's something that we really want to see you guys doing. So yeah, once again, if you make a proposal, you can also the proposal itself is free format, so you can put in whatever you like, but also you can recommend a strategy for the investment warden. Um, yeah, I think we can continue with the AMA. I've given a small recap. I've said the current state of the technology, what we are doing. We will continue to develop, whether the market conditions are good or bad. So the market conditions doesn't really affect our development. The marketing itself, is really non-existent. Obviously, these things are marketing, and we are talking with other partners behind the scenes. We're running a contest right now on Flu, so these things will continue to go, but big marketing things will be put on a hold, which I explained earlier. And what I really want to know is, what do you want to ask us as a team, or in this example, me? Do you have any questions? Do you want to know certain things? Um, Feel free to ask them, preferably in Telegram, because I can read them here. I have my phone laying around. Um, but don't ask questions that will require a technical explanation, because we have to understand that not everybody understands the technical explanation that I'm going to give. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them now. Please write the questions in Telegram. So if you think, is he AFK? No, I'm not AFK. I'm just waiting for a question. I see a lot of people writing, so that's what I'm going to do. Yeah, Clemens, exactly. The warden can be utilized against new proposals, but also on existing proposals, because what it does. I'm going to explain it in a non-technical way. We have a smart contract, so we have a program that that controls the investment, and with the how I'm going to explain it. So we have a program that controls the investments on the parameters that we define. So, for example, we should take profit on that investment if it's 15% below the all-time high. That's a trailing stop loss. So a trailing stop loss monitors the constant pricing, and the pricing starts at the moment that we invest, and every time it takes a new high, that will be the new high, and once it dips from that high to a new low, it will trigger at the specific parameter that we put in. So, for example, if we say a 15% stop loss, then it will trigger 15% below the all-time high, and that can be for existing assets in our development portfolio, but also for new, obviously. I want to emphasize that coins with high taxation, yeah, they can be proposed to the warden, but it doesn't make any sense because we're going to make 2 or 3 transactions, or maybe even more because we're using how is it called? A DEX aggregator, 1inch. We're using 1inch to route the transactions to find the most efficient way to trade the asset on the DEX. And that can mean that we are uh, putting multiple transactions in order to give ourselves the best price for the fund. So if you have a token, for example, like DCIP, and you put in multiple transactions, each transaction that you call off is taxed at a 10% fee minus the slippage. So it will be a loss of 12 to 13% per transaction. So um, uh, to summarize again, it's a long talk, but yes, we can also utilize the warden against current investments, but keep in mind that high taxations are not really possible. They are possible, but it doesn't make any sense to use them. When do you think the next bull run will start? A good question. I think after the war has stopped with Ukraine and Russia, it's a lot of pressure right now. Also, the current inflation. So, but I think the war is the biggest reason that that we see a lot of FUD these times. It's a conspiracy theory. I acknowledge that, but it doesn't make any sense to deback stable coins. The only reason to do that is to hurt someone, and the rumors are that Russia is using stable coins right now to counter the sanctions they have on the banking networks. So for me, also the only logical explanation is that is that the USA or other governments are trying to destabilize the the packed dollars or other packed assets to hurt Russia's financial situation. So back again, after the war has stopped, I think we will see a new bull run, and a bull run that we can't even imagine. I think it will be super big. We already saw it this bull run compared to the last one. I think this one will be even, it will be unheard. We can't imagine what the impact will be. Bitcoin is here to stay. Cryptocurrencies are here to stay, and I've a lot of confidence in the next bull run. It might take a while though. How will DCIP attract new people? Are there any proposals specifically excited for? How will DCIP attract new people? Well, we are behind the scenes busy with our new marketing strategy to be prepared for the next bull run. And what we saw is that we have to put most stakes in Reddit. Reddit was the most effective marketing strategy that we have used. We have used various things. We paid Voscoin a lot of money, which didn't deliver. It wasn't even worth the money. It didn't bring more investors than it costed. We have used other influencers. Yeah, if you compare it to the cost and to the holders that we got in return, is also not worth it. Twitter was quite worth it. So yeah, Twitter and Reddit will be our main points of focus for the next bull run to attract new people. And we saw all what it did back in November. Uh, if you just joined, you should check our chart back in November, and you would see an immense parabolic skyrocket moon stuff if I talk in your terms on Reddit. So, are there any proposals you are specifically excited for? Obviously the big currencies, the big tokens, Bitcoin, Ethereum. They are stable assets for me, solid investments, low risk, and we now having a full block stake to 32 Ethereum that I'm quite bullish about, and obviously just our Bitcoin passive holding. solid investment in the future, most likely. That's where I'm really excited about. My Telegram just closed. What are the plans for DCIP if this dip takes a long time? Yeah, we will just continue to deliver and continue to develop our project. Like I said before, the current market conditions doesn't really affect our development. We will just continue anyhow. So yeah, that's it. Could it be possible to rent out the Warden and use that money to fill a wallet? Yes, that's something that we have planned. The Warden, I think it was on the roadmap for the end of quarter 3 or quarter 4, but we want to make the Warden and any other things that we develop that can be sold or rented out to other companies to make it available for the community. So for the Warden, it will be DCIP users can use it for free or for a small fee, and non-holders have to pay a premium price to use it. But the specifics about it and how we are going to earn money and the whole business model behind it is non-existent right now. The Warden is currently in internal use only, and we want to gather more data and about the performance and the reliability of the Warden itself before we present it to the public. Are there any big partnerships coming up like exchanges? At this moment, no. I think exchanges are yeah on the bottom of our priority list. We saw it with XT. We paid a quite hefty fee to get listed there, but yeah, it's terrible. The communication is terrible. We don't get any insights in the trading there. We don't get any insights in the taxation. Um, yeah, it was. It feels like a scam, if I can say it that way. Obviously, it isn't. We are listed there, and they're providing us the service, but the insight and in the trading volume, and that's really something that is lacking. Off-chain investments. Yeah, that's something that is. It was planned for this quarter to have the framework ready, but with current market conditions, especially with all countries, yeah, cranking up the rules and regulation about crypto, I think now is not the time. We saw a few days ago that Europe is also cranking up the KYC for each investment of each investor in crypto. Yeah, we saw a lot of negativity about crypto as well. So right now is not really the good time to to come up with the framework. Also, these things they are part of our core product, but not of our core development. We have to hire external teams for advice, consulting, and these are not cheap. So, in terms of getting our product out, the off-chain investments are not. Yeah, they are on top of the priority list, but are not the highest priority right now, because yeah, it will cost a few $100,000 or euros to get that done. But it will come. It will come. That's something that we are also really bullish about ourselves, and that's really something we want to integrate. It also might mean that we have to make a new smart contract to embed KYC in it and that kind of stuff. So it will come, not in this month, not next month, but hopefully at the end of the year. My phone is about to die. Where does development stand in terms of a roadmap? What is prioritized in development? What's being worked on currently? Well, the priority is keep everything up and running. Behind the scenes, we are working on utilizing the DAO functions more. Right now, we have built a DAO on Snapshot, so everything is free format text. The investment itself, it's triggered manually by most of the time by myself. So that's a centralized aspect of our token that we want to get rid of, because we're a decentralized community investment protocol. We want to decentralize things more. So that are things that are currently in investigation. What is being worked on? Yeah, right now it's basically expanding our DAO functionalities and capabilities, and we are not sure yet if we are going to stay on Snapshot. I shared a few days ago, a week ago, that we were actually one of the most used DAOs on Snapchat, and that's really something I'm really proud of. Where big guys like Bancor were also on that list, and then you're going to see a small fish like DCIP, the seventh most active DAO on the Snapshot framework. So yeah, shout out to you guys. You're doing an amazing job, and yeah, we want to increase it even more. We're also investigating on how we can reward our active holders with more voting power, or yeah, we're not quite sure yet how we can reward you, because we want to make it a fair game, a fair game for everybody. But there are things that we are working on right now, and luckily we have the time for that right now. There is no urgency to release new functionalities. Uh, yeah, because it looks like we're going to be a few months in this bear cycle. Hopefully, it will be over soon, but it doesn't seem that way. And that gives us the time to focus on building good stuff and testing out, researching out different things that we normally don't have the time for, because we're pushing to release something new. Let me check. Okay, my phone just died. Uh, LBank was also considered, but LBank is yeah, the fees were also really high. They have taxation in place, if I remember correctly, but yeah, the fees were I think 2 times or 3 times that high compared to XT. And if I look at the competitors that are listed, or the tokens that are listed on LBank, the volume is also non-existent. So I think it's just more on getting the word out and having some PR ready that you are listed on a new centralized exchange. But I don't think it makes any difference to be listed on LBank, XT. What do you have? Bitmart. What was the other big one? All those exchanges, yeah, they have some volume, but I strongly believe that they are heavily manipulated. We saw it also in the first few, I think the first few weeks, or the first weeks of DCIP listed on XT. We had an amazing trading volume of 200,000, but it was just the market making that was running to keep the prices in sync. So the actual trading was almost non-existent, because yeah, XT doesn't offer any marketing service. They do offer any additional marketing services, but yeah, they cost a lot of money, and yeah, that was something that we couldn't afford back then. But the community pushed to have a new centralized exchange, and that was something that we did. So long story short, no, I don't think LBank will be something that we are looking for. If we are going to hit a new exchange, it will be something bigger, comparable to Gate.io or something like that. It's locked. Bi-weekly, yeah, weekly or updates, yeah, they can happen. um oh guys, can somebody take one of the merchandise, a hoodie and a t-shirt? yeah, we don't have to share news every week. We are working on a lot of things, and you can't share an update every week about it. But yeah, we can be more transparent about what we're doing. And to celebrate our first year of existence, we also have some hoodies, and they're fully private labeled. Not sure if you can see it, but the DCIP logo is in it. Our website, fully custom. The planning was to have it live today, but it's more difficult than I anticipated, because DCIP is an entity registered in the Seychelles, and the Seychelles, and we have our location here in the Netherlands. That means that we have to use a Dutch entity in order to ship our products. So that's something that we are working on. Should be done after the weekend, and then will be the merchandise live, as well as a giveaway. All administrators will and moderators will receive one as well. So if you haven't been contacted yet, please contact me. Yeah, I really appreciate your work, and I want to give you something back in return. It is something small, but I really appreciate what you guys have been doing for the last year. So yeah, thank you. It would encourage the trust in our work, I guess. Yeah, I agree. It would encourage the trust in our work, but yeah, like I mentioned, it's hard to write what we are doing every week, because, for example, the Warden took us almost like 7 months to release, or 6.5. Not sure exactly, but it took a longer time than anticipated. And if we are going to write, yeah, we are working on the Warden, and next week, yeah, we're working on the Warden, and a week after that, we're working on the Warden. I think it would encourage more trust, but it would also yeah, makes us how do you say it? That our deadlines are, or our goals are not believable anymore. Like, and that's something that we yeah, don't want to share with the community. Uh, Building dApps and blockchain is completely new, especially what we are doing. We can't copy paste code. We can't copy paste from other projects. So we have to build things ourselves, and things that are programmatically possible, like in JavaScript or in C Sharp or in Python or whatever, might not be possible in Solidity, and that's the limitation that we are working with. We are building on Solidity in the Binance Smart Chain, and things that are really obvious and really simple to program in a non-Solidity environment can be hard to execute in a Solidity environment. So yeah, I'm going to check what we can share more about our development. Um, yeah, but like I mentioned, it's not that we can share something every week about the same subject. Um, yeah, that's all I want to say about it. I think we have time for one or two more questions. So if there are any questions left, please feel free to ask them now. I see someone is writing burn. Burn is integrated in our taxation model. Um, there are no additional burns, because that would mean that we either have to burn from our community wallet. I don't think anybody wants to do that. If you want to do, feel free to make a proposal and check what the community thinks about it. We can burn from a marketing wallet, but I also don't think anybody wants to do that as well. And the latest option is we can burn our development tokens. We also need that to fund our development expenses, so that's also a no-no for us. But if you want to burn your tokens, feel free. You can send them at the speed of light. That's why we are burning too. But you can also send them to the dead wallet. what's the status of the website update? Um, that's it's yeah. It is almost ready. We're waiting for a few more tweaks, but we are pausing the website update till we are in a more uptrend in the current crypto cycle, because that is a marketing event that we want to promote. It's not like something useless like other tokens are doing. Like, hey, we have partnered with shitcoin XYZ. No, that's not something that we want to do. If we are planning to release our new website, we want to make sure that we also get some exposure with it, and that's a marketing related event that we want to pause right now. The main focus is on the product itself, DCIP as a framework, and yeah, that's about it. So the website is done slash almost done, um, but we're waiting to release it till the market is in a more uptrend. Yeah, with good volumes we will burn. Yeah, the burn is calculated inside the tax, and the tax is 10%, both buy and both sell. So yeah, we will burn like crazy when there are crazy volumes. Exactly. Oh, this one is. I think the last question, guys. Is there an extra question? Can we build our own blockchain in the future? Nothing is impossible. Yes, we can, but I think it's we are the most beneficial if we just utilize existing chains, and we chose the Binance chain right now because it's a clone of Ethereum. Ethereum is performing really well, and Binance is just Ethereum, but then cranked up for high volumes and cheap transactions, and that's why we chose the Binance Smart Chain. And um, if we can't utilize the Binance Smart Chain or the ERC20 chain to its fullest potential anymore in the future, yes, there might be in consideration to build our own blockchain, but uh, development-wise, it is yeah, it will cost tons of money, literally tons of money. We have to hire tons of people. Uh, there isn't any money for that at the current stage, but yeah, it might change obviously in the future. And I want to emphasize everything is community run, and also development. There's also a plan for this quarter or next quarter. We want to make it bounty based so that we can hire community led developers to do the work. Obviously, you would need to sign contracts, and everything would be legally taken care of, because we have seen what can happen if you don't do that in the past. So yes, that's something that we are that can happen. Building an own blockchain, but it's not yeah, it's not a priority. It's not even on our to-do list to build an own blockchain. It's just to build things, to utilize the framework more, and also when you use a chain, for example, like the ERC20 or the BEP20 chain, and we build things like the Warden, or we build a new DAO framework. There are tons of other projects running on that chain that can use the things you have built, and like Eugene Eugene Tonic said before, we can sell these services to other projects. So if we use one of the biggest chains, Ethereum slash Binance, we also have these prospects as a candidate to pay for our services. Yeah. Well, it was yeah, another kind of AMA that you are used to. Normally we are together, me and Rick. Unfortunately, Rick couldn't be here. He will be there next time, and I hope you have enjoyed seeing me talk solo this time with a single camera in our new office. Yeah, thank you for joining us, and Again, community team, thank you for all your hard work and dedication to the project. Looking forward to working with you, and also looking forward to meeting you guys in person in the future. And stay safe, guys. Thank you.